Welcome to another episode of Exciting Achievements. We are shining spotlights on remarkable individuals who are achieving greatness in their respective fields. I'm your host Abdulatif Lanizi and joined by my colleague Fatma Al-Awadi. Good evening, Fatma.
Good evening, Abdulatif. Thank you. And yes, dear viewers, as my colleague said, we are the hosts and we will be taking you through this episode, so stay tuned.
Art can be divided into many categories. Some define art as the expression of human creative skills and imagination, which is typically presented in a visual and sound form, such as painting, sculpture, acting, singing, music, and producing works, to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. Moreover, in art, there are types that define as major arts, and others as minor art. The three major types of art are painting, sculpture, and architecture. Hence, minor arts are referring to commercial or decorative style art. In our lives today, art has a great impact on each one of us, and we usually practice it every day without noticing. Art is very important because it can communicate information, shape our everyday lives, make a social statement, and be enjoyed for aesthetic beauty. Another major type of art is music. Music is a vocal or instrumental sound combined in such way as to produce beauty of form, harmony, and expression of emotion. Music holds a very important role in our lives. It has the ability to deeply affect mental states and raise our mood. When we need it, it gives us energy and motivation. When we are worried, it can soothe us and encourage us. In other cases, when we are feeling defeated, it can surely re-inspire us. Music is also very powerful and beneficial to the society. It is strong enough to let us connect and influences us in a way that makes us feel fundamentally different from other forms of communication. Many of us might feel that no one understands the feeling a person is going through, except music, because it has the ability to connect with oneself. Moreover, after being able to connect with music, a human can express themselves and find a sense of understanding among peers. Art does not only stop there, it includes many more types. Another major type of art is painting. Painting is the action or skill of using painting, either in a picture or as a decoration. The purpose of painting can be used to communicate ideas and thoughts. It can be used as a tool for self-expression, as a form of therapy, or even as a means to find beauty in life. The art of painting also captures a moment in time, historical events, social ideas, and concepts including political or social commentary. Other than painting can be used as a form of therapy, it has many benefits to the human being. For instance, painting develops our creativity and supports emotional well-being. It also builds our problem-solving skills and improves our memory and concentration. Moreover, painting can develop communication skills and relieve stress while also allow us to practice mindfulness through painting.
Welcome back, our dear viewers. Today we are thrilled to have Sagar Biswa, a musical virtuoso with a diverse range of talents, join us. Welcome, Sagar, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
Sagar, we want to welcome you, and it's an honor actually to have you on Achievements, and we can't wait to hear more about your journey. It's very inspiring, actually.
It is.
In the world of music.
That's my honor as well to be here with you.
Thank you. So, Sagar, can you tell us, since you have this wonderful talent, this many years of experience, can you tell us exactly how did you discover your passion in the first place? And what made you to choose this path as a field of your career?
Actually, music was in my blood before I got,
Before even you know it?
Yes, exactly. It's initiated with my family first. My dad was a musician as well.
Wow.
All right, like he was a leather player, leather instrument player.
So there's a family legacy on that.
Exactly, exactly. So I had my brothers, like cousin brothers, who used to have like a band, you know. In fact, like they have still the band. Now, what they used to do, like they were having some programs, and they used to practice whole night, you know, like, and I was the little one there, like, you know, staring at them whole night. And my mom used to call me, finish now, come up, and it was sleeping time. But I was all the time staying there, staring at them, and that's how I was, like, you know, fascinated with the playings. And when they are off with the breaks and all, I just get my chance to play or, you know, touch the instruments and everything. So I was really thrilled.
Did they allow you?
Yes,
to
yes,
play?
yes.
Oh, that's a very good question. Yes,
Yeah.
did they allow you? Yes.
No, they were not there. In fact, first of all,
Okay.
they were on break, and they just, you know, off from that place.
Yes.
So I just grabbed the instruments.
Because my older brother, he had a guitar like 15 years ago, and I was like 8 to 7. So I wanted to, I was like 10 years old actually. So I wanted to touch, I wanted to play. So he didn't let me because I was young, and you know, the guitar, if maybe
It's
I play with the
sensitive,
chords.
yes,
Yeah.
with the strings and the it's true.
Actually, I did not touch first of all, I did not touch guitar. In fact, it was electric guitar, and I was very scared of touching it first of all at that you know, age. So I just went to the drums, and I just grabbed 2 sticks and just start playing. And later on, they just noticed like someone is playing. They just came over, and just like one of my brothers was, "Hey, what are you doing?" Then rather than stopping me, like he was listening to me, like, you know, for 5-10 minutes, like, you know, I was like, as per him, I was playing good.
Okay.
So he praised me, and you know, like that
That's
praising
amazing.
was,
They
like, you
believed
know,
in you.
yeah, it was a really motivating words, like, you know, like for me. Then after that, always I was waiting for that break time.
Yes.
So
That's amazing. Now I want to go fast forward to songwriting, and we want to tell our dear viewers about your songwriting process. Tell us when you get creative as a composer, what are the steps that you take to write a new piece of music?
For this, like, you know, any kind of like, even I do painting, if like, you know, I do paintings also, and for songwriting or any composition I do. So it's never a perfect time or, you know, right place to be there. Like sometimes you must be on the road, like, you know, you must be driving, and suddenly something hit on your mind, like, you know.
What do you do when you're on the road and you get this
Exactly,
situation?
that's like, you know, something happen, like something you see, like a flower or something, a mountain or whatever, a building, whatever it strikes, like, you know. So you come up with a word, if it is in case of songwriting, and as a tune, a melody sometimes, and I just repeat it, and, like, you know, even I'm talking to someone else also, it goes within. It's like, you know, I'm trying to memorize it, and unless I reach home, I just try it on my instruments, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I just
Wow. So
try to remember, and so that's informal kind of, like, you know, like when I was on the roads, and I just like remember the words or anything, I just happen to stay at home, then I'll just try to complete it. But something is professional, like somebody says, like, I have this album,
yes.
can you write it for me? That is something, like, you know, professional. So for that, like, either they give us a tune and ask me to fill up with the words, or sometimes they give lyrics, they ask me to fill up with the tunes and everything.
Okay.
So it's like vice versa, it happens.
So for
That's a good
poetry,
situation, actually, yeah.
yes, it is. It's actually very complex.
Yeah,
for
it is.
poetry, for example, if I want to say I want to put words, you know, because in poetry we're using words. So for example,
Then you put tune for it, yeah.
Yes, and I look into the sky and the sun is in my eye, and I go like, okay, eye, sky. I just came up with that.
With the rhymes.
And
Oh.
yes, exactly.
She's
How do
talented
you
with that.
how do you come up with the right tune? You know what I mean? Like in poetry, I don't know about composing music, but in poetry we match the
Sometimes
rhyme.
it happens like someone gives me the lyrics.
Okay.
When I have to put them in a with tune or melody, Look, lyrics has got some meters, like, you know, like it needs to be a number of words with the number of words matching to the first line.
Right.
It cannot be like, you know, it's 6 words here and 8 words
no,
here.
you have to go by the syllables also.
Exactly.
Yes.
So even rhymes is not just only the things which you need to consider. There are certain things like, you know, the number of words and everything. So when during that process of, like, you know, making the music, if you find like any words are like can be replaced with something else, so I just suggest, like, you know, I advise like to the person who gives me lyrics, like, can I edit it more, or can I just, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is
it
some
has to be like
editing in songwriting that
Exactly.
would affect the lyrics. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So can you tell us also, how do you approach learning new techniques and skills? Because you just told us right now, how do you approach and composing?
Yeah.
So what about learning new skills? How did you get that? Because you have 15 years of experience, mashallah, that's something wonderful. And also you are multiple instruments.
Yeah.
So this is something actually unique. So
It
can you
is.
tell us, how do you approach learning new techniques?
Learning new techniques. So once you learn the music, any instrument, let's say,
Yeah.
any instrument, you learn it to the core, you know, like, you know, it from the root. Like, it's not like I'm learning like 2-3 chords. It's not like, when you learn it very wisely from the root, from the theory, like, you know, once you are very wisely learning the instrument, you get to explore more. You will evolve in it, like, you know, you will explore it more. So once you explore, you get many questions arise within yourself, and you will try to find the answers on that. So
This is one of the ways maybe to be
Yeah.
curious about
yeah, the curiosity
learning.
makes you
Yes.
like
The curiosity.
Yeah.
So let's say if I'm curious about that and I wanted to learn more about music and about, let's say, new skills in guitar, how can I do that? Where can I find the best methods?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. So once you are you want to go deep, you want to delve in it more, you know.
Yeah.
So once you explore, once you have a habit of exploring more, then you will find automatically, you will find, like, you know, many techniques are coming automatically to you, like, you know, like for example, guitar. Even sometimes you are not in a mood, you are just like you're just, like, you know, having a leisure time, like with a guitar, and having, even you are not seriously playing, you will find sometimes you'll notice, like, some even not seriously played, you will find it's a harmonic sound. If you have realized, like, you know, like there is some harmonic noise it gives, that thing itself is a technique, you know, that can be used in that people have used that techniques in many of the songs, which literally sounds really good when it is put into, you know, properly.
So it comes to you, even
Yes,
in
yes,
your you know, relaxing time.
Yeah,
It would come to you, the method.
There are many techniques. Still, I'm, like, you know, searching, and the more you explore, the learning is never ending. Like,
That's amazing.
Even music, nobody can say, like, I'm totally now finished.
No,
My
yes,
studies
yeah,
is finished.
exactly.
No. The more you explore, the more you get. You
Wow.
know, the techniques is lifelong. You'll find every day you will get a new techniques coming on you. So that means the exploring the music is the key.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Exploring and practicing also.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
and speaking about learning, tell us more about your academic pursuit and how you balance it with your musical endeavors.
For many people, this sounds like, you know, really tough thing to carry out with. But in my family, since my parents were so supportive to me, like, I never felt like, you know, I was like, and let's say, like, I was good in studies as well.
Okay.
So my mom,
So that helps?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So my mom never had an issue, like, you know, why you're into, like, even many my fathers are like strict, you know, like they stop music, like, concentrate here. So I was equally, like, you know, balancing, and my mom was helping a lot, you know, but my father was more into music because he was a musician. So he was, like, inspiring me more. He was least bothered for the, you know, other studies.
Other studies, yeah.
But my mom was like, no, you have to balance it, and truly it has to be balanced.
It has to be wonderful.
And my parents helped me a lot.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. It's really nice to hear the story of support, you know,
Yes,
for,
yes.
for someone
It's necessary,
yes,
actually, I
it
think.
is necessary, yes.
So of course, right now, I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of people focus on the future where they keep continuing commitment to their passion, which is for you, Mr. Sagar, it's music. I think one of the reasons is the family support. I think it's one of the most necessary things.
I think so too.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
So your family support was the big push into your academic and musical.
Yes.
And of
truly.
course, Mr. Sagar, we have more and more questions, but we have a short break and report. So we will be continuing our show after this report. So stay tuned.
Sagar Biswa is a passionate songwriter. Not only that, Sagar is also a professional musician, composer, guitarist, drummer, pianist, and plays other leather instruments. Sagar is assuredly a qualified musician and enjoys playing almost all of the instruments. He also enjoys learning new tricks and techniques that would increase his knowledge in his hobby. He spends almost all of his time practicing and playing music in order to improve himself. Sagar has graduated and earned his bachelor's degree in commerce. Sagar was able to join and participate in many contests. During these contests, Sagar has achieved great accomplishments that he has certainly earned by his hard work. Sagar was also able to make it into the top 10 of singing idols. Sagar, you are certainly talented and unique in your own way, because his passion and love for music grows every day. Sagar was able to teach music about 15 years ago and continue until today. He enjoys passing his techniques in music and helps others learn it. Sagar is professional in playing almost all of the musical instruments. He is assuredly talented and has strived hard in order to reach a very high level in music. Therefore, he is qualified to teach it and pass it to students in his special and unique way. We are excited to hear some of your work and keep it up, Sagar.
Welcome back, our viewers, as we continue our interview with our guest, Mr. Sagar. Of course, Mr. Sagar, can you tell us about, since you have this history also not only composing and learning and also teaching about music, you've also had this history in competing also, right? Can you tell us about the experience that you have also in competitions?
In competitions, in competitions, like what you have, you are always at your best, or you try to give your best at any kind of competitions. So yes, there were many experiences. Like I want to share one of the incident. I must say it like it.
Yeah. You can share it with us.
So there was a beat contest once, like a contest. Like I was a lead guitarist on that show. So what happened is like I was playing normally. Like all of a sudden, what happened is my second string broke. Just
oh no.
In the middle of the competition?
Middle of the competition. I was just doing my part, and suddenly it broke. So many of them noticed, and who were near, like the string was dangling down. It was shiny, like it was dangling shiny. So a few people saw it, and a few people know. So who were far. So they did not even realize that, because I was continuing my part in another string.
The show must not stop.
Exactly.
Yes.
So later on, like it was like people praised me a lot for that. Like I did not won that contest. I did not won it, but the praise and the people.
You did something good.
Exactly. The people praised me, like even like your string was broke and you just carry it out with it, like. You didn't even let anyone know that the string was broken. So lots of people, even judges, were appreciating me.
That's
like,
amazing.
So
did it affect the way you handle the chords or shift in between the chords of the guitar?
So one string, while rhythming, like when having a chord, it doesn't matter. Like, but when you have a melody, you have to play. Yeah, it matters.
It
but
does.
Like that's where your expertise is can
it's
take
tested.
place.
Yes.
Yes. So you can, whatever you are supposed to play in first string, you can use in a second, third string, but on a different fret. So
Yes.
like you can carry out.
Yes.
I think it's wonderful.
So that was the incident or whatever, like
And also talking about competitions, making it to the top 10 of the singing idols is a remarkable achievement.
Yeah,
We
it
want our viewers to know, and we want you to tell them, how did this experience influence your music aspirations and encourage you to push your boundaries?
Yeah, it's to reach this level, like the top 10 of that show, was a proud moment for me as well. Like, you know, I was not expecting, like, it was a global, you know, like people from different part of the countries, like, you know, they were a participant in that show, like, you know, different part of the world. Actually, it was globally, like, announced, like, all the actually it's a Nepali show. It was a Nepali show, like people from Poland, the Nepalis who were abroad, right, in Australia. So they were in participants. So, like, among all those people, I was happened to be the luckiest one, like reached top 10. That was a really happy moment for me.
Not easy accomplishment, I think.
It's not an easy accomplishment.
Indeed, it was a really proud moment for me.
Yeah.
Also,
And because of that, like, you know, like many people like known to me, and like I was like, it's a more I was explore, like, you know.
That's amazing.
Because this is actually wonderful. Yeah, it is amazing.
I wouldn't say it's all pure luck, though.
No,
I mean,
definitely.
yes, our guest has mentioned that I was lucky to be one of those, but I think it's the dedication and hard work also, maybe with a little bit of luck also on top of that.
Truly.
So, of course, speaking of accomplishment that you had during your journey, there is actually an accomplishment that you had, which is 15 years of experience of teaching other students, and I think this is actually wonderful accomplishments. So can you tell us exactly what do you like the most about teaching, and how do you approach teaching, the techniques that you have, the skills that you have, how do you transfer it to the next generation?
Teaching to, like, whatever you teach, you get to learn same time. Teaching is the best method to learn, first of all.
For you to learn also.
Anybody.
Yeah.
If you teach someone, you get to learn back. You can experience this. You can ask like even any academic teachers or professors. Once they start teaching, they get to learn many things in return. So I've been teaching since years and years, like, you know. But yes, I have learned as well in the same time. I have learned. I get to know, like, new minds, like, you know, new fresh minds, like students are coming, what they need, what they are lacking in, how can I nourish their, like, you know, what they are lacking, what their interests are in. Like, I cannot force anyone to learn guitar or piano or something.
Definitely, you cannot force anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, remember when we talked about that you cannot force a certain method on. Yes,
sometimes
I agree.
It's actually something
sometimes
wrong,
the parents themselves are not like, you know, they are not knowing, like, what the instrument their child's, like, they ask me, like, sir, can you tell us, like, you know, which instrument I should go for this my boy, or
I think he has to choose it.
Yes.
Not even
So
the teachers.
so once I normally call them, like, and I just let them play anything what they even you know, whatever they can do it. Then I can figure it out, like, you know, this can be a guitarist, he can be a pianist, like, we can by this like, span of time has given us that much of, you know, eyes to.
Do you think it's more about a talent, or it's maybe with practice you can get it? Because a lot of people think that it's a talent, it's something that you're born with.
Maybe
and people think, it's something that you get with practice.
Yeah, both, but the years of experience will make you to that level of, you know, deciding. Or
yes, and speaking of the instruments, actually, let's add on that. You do play multiple instruments, and we want to know about your mastery, your level of mastery for these instruments. How do you achieve the right balance, and how do you maintain such high level you know, of expertise across these diverse instruments, and what is your favorite?
What's
So instruments.
your favorite? Yeah, I think it's a good question.
My favorite right now is guitar.
Okay.
Though I started my music like playing with leather instruments called Congo, which my dad used to play it. So that's where I was introduced to music. So after that, I was started with my guitar and drums, and later on other instruments as well. So like, you know, the interest, you will build your interest once you are understanding the music deeply. Then later on you realize that the key factors and the basic theory of all the instruments are same.
Oh.
Okay, there are 7 notes, which is like, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the same notes, the same sound frequency, okay, that follows in all the instruments, whether it's a guitar or there are many other instruments, ukulele or whatever. It's the same A, it's the same A in other instruments as well.
Yeah.
So I would understand, sorry, about the strings instruments, let's say guitar, violin, and the lute that we have, the oud in our countries. But also, what about the, you know, the drums, the other parts that are not strings, or maybe, for example, the piano? Is it considered strings because of how do you manage the notes? You're talking about the do re mi notes, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. Even piano, the A is same as A in guitar.
Okay.
So strings and piano, like it's the same thing. Like
about
the
drums?
basic theory. That's what I'm
It's
telling.
Yeah.
Exactly. The drums, like lately, like people comes to know, like, you know, when they are starting music, they don't even realize that even leather instruments has got that it has to match that frequency level.
Wow.
Exactly.
So,
So when the
Taz,
song,
I can make tones with it, right? I can reach
Exactly.
the tones.
yes, you know, like it's very amazing to know that once a song is in A, for example, A chord, the song is going on. Can you imagine, like even the drum needs to be tuned like to that, you know, certain key.
So it doesn't go low vibration. Or
Yes,
high,
it can't be like, yes.
So
Okay.
can you tell us, as everyone knows, crafting lyrics that resonates with the audience, it's actually one of the most important things, because the song has to be catchy, not only with the tone, also with the lyrics. How do you approach composing the lyrics, also with the music? But how do you transfer your emotions and the mood that you have into these
When
lyrics?
when you talk about resonates to the, you know, audience, yes, I focus in this only. So like I focus on like what is the theme of the song I am going to write or compose.
Happy
The
or
theme,
sad?
yeah, happy or sad, romantic or, you know, patriotic, whatever. The theme has to be like matching with the song, the melody of the tune. The lyrics has to be in a proper arrangement. So that has to be under consideration.
I have
think.
actually a special question that I need to know. I really need to know it. Do you have your own ritual when you want to compose something? Like, do you have something to hear before you start? Something to drink, like coffee or a tea or something?
That's not
No.
true. Like,
Okay.
You
That's
don't
not
have
true.
like your own ritual.
That no, not rituals, not
Yeah.
rituals.
Actually,
we have
what I meant is, for me personally, before I go to play my hobby, which is the ice skating, before I go, I need to drink a coffee, you know, like double shot coffee.
I think that's a personal something like.
Yes, yes.
Listen to a song that enhance my adrenaline, you know,
Yeah.
and then I go playing. So this is this is something that I do before, you know, I start doing my hobby or there's something that I love. This is actually what I meant.
Yeah.
For me, music, it's like, for example, coffee keeps you motivated or gives you, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. But for me, the name music is itself a motivation for me.
Ah, okay.
Oh, speaking
So-
about motivation, actually, so you have this passion that continues to flourish and grow. How do you keep motivated? And are there any musical genres or artists that make you motivated, or, you know, want to inspire or make you inspired to do some more work?
Okay, so that's what I'm again I want to repeat it, that music itself motivates me. Okay,
Okay.
like I don't need to motivate myself to perform or to get into music. Music motivates me. Music compels me to, like, you know, to stay happy.
What about the musical genres?
Musical genres, like since I'm a music teacher, I happen to be a music teacher, so I don't limit myself to a certain genre,
okay.
genres or everything. But since I have to be open to all the genres to teach the music, so yes, definitely there are some like, you know, legends which I really appreciate. Like there's Muhammad Rafi, late Muhammad Rafi. He's my idol. He's my idol. Okay, so I respect him a lot. every song has got, he's a foundation in himself, like, you know, music, like, any song you listen to Muhammad Rafi's, there's a teaching in it, so I appreciate his singing a lot. And music and guitar, I appreciate Josh Shetriani.
Of
He's
course.
a very nice guitarist, and I really follow him.
So, Mr. Sagar, before we end, unfortunately our episode had come to an end. Do you have one last thing to say before we finish?
For viewers, or like
For the viewers.
Okay, so I would say this, like a stuck gramophone always, that respect music,
Yeah.
and love music, and please, whatever you're learning, please don't put it as your second priority or something. Please learn it good, from the root, from theory, and that's it.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sagar, for sharing your incredible musical journey with us on Achievements today. Your dedication and pursuit of excellence serves as an inspiration to us all.
To our dear viewers, thank you for tuning into another episode of Achievements. We hope that Sagar's story has ignited your passion for pursuing your dreams and achieving greatness. Stay tuned for more captivating story and of accomplishments in our upcoming episodes. We will see you tomorrow, and goodbye for now.
Goodbye.